Hey, Kevin here, top 100 financial advisor and best-selling author, and we are here to talk about the stock market. Boy, what a day. It wasn't good. It was one of the worst days of 2021, but you shouldn't panic sell. You shouldn't think that the market is crashing and things are going to be terrible for the rest of the year. Got a few things to help you out with that. I've got two really important reasons, two really important stats to help you not to panic and sell right now, because I already know a lot of people are already asking me. A lot of people are really emotional because they lost a lot of money today, myself included. But I will tell you, and I got a list of stocks that you may want to consider picking up on discount, but I will tell you this, Costco was up today. It was up 0.9%. I've been telling y'all about Costco. When I put out my list of the top 5 stocks for beginning investors, Costco was on that list for days like this. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Now, everything else was down, right? So it didn't save your entire portfolio, but I did tell you about Costco. So I'll get into it real quick. There are a lot of reasons why the market is down. Some say that it's oil, some say that it's inflation, some say that it's COVID. It's a combination of all of those things. The good news is that we've been through this before. A 500-point drop, a 700-point drop, a 900-point drop in the market. You saw all of this last year, and we were fine. Okay, at the end of the year, we were fine. So relax, okay? You've been through this, and we already know, and I've said this all last year. Some of y'all are new. I know I wasn't really heavy on YouTube, but I've said this way more on Facebook than I did here last year, is that you know that those who benefited the most were the ones who were investing. So a year from now, just like I said last year, a year from now, those who are continuously investing and not panicking are going to be the ones that benefit. As people last year who invested in Moderna, as people last year who invested in a Disney or Google or Twitter, they're all fine right now, right? This is your opportunity. So if today, when the market was down, you picked up some extra stocks or you decided to DCA today, you sitting pretty, or you will be, in my estimation, you will be sitting pretty in a few months and definitely by this time next year. So I want to give you a quick stats just to relax you, to calm you down. You might want to write this down somewhere, save this video, definitely share it, like it, all that kind of stuff, because this is the stat that I always go to on days like this, because people have a very short memory when it comes to drops in the market. So this is from JP Morgan. This is the first one. 6 out of the 10 best days, the ones that you do not want to miss, fell within 2 weeks of the 10 worst days. And this happens every single year. So you got your 10 worst days all year long. We saw this last year. Usually when you see the best days, it'd be the best day since 1933 or the best day since 1984, whatever it is, it usually happens within 2 weeks of the worst day. So this today, what's today's date? 7/19, July 19th, worst day in 2021. About 2 weeks from now, on average, 60%, well, more than average, 60% of the time, the best day is going to be about 2 weeks from now, okay? 60% of the time, that tends to be the case. It could be tomorrow. It could be a week from now. It could be 2 weeks from now. But 60% of the time, this is what tends to happen, and that goes all the way back to 1950. Check out last year, right? The presentation that I teach almost every day. I'll put the link below on creating your 6-figure investing plan. If you've been in some of my classes, I actually pull up a slide that shows you how crazy this was last year. It said this is the worst day since 1980s, and it's the best day since the 1930s, within like 2 or 3 days of each other. So this does happen in real life. Just go back and check the headlines from last year. Go back and scroll to the videos of March and April of last year, and you will see me saying this exact same stuff. So please do relax. This is when you buy quality companies, keyword is quality, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Disney is not going bankrupt, okay? Costco is not going bankrupt. Did you lose money today? Perhaps, okay? You continue to DCA and you are going to be fine. But the other stat that I want to give y'all real quick is this one. So this comes from Bank of America, and I just took a clip from CNBC. So number one, panic selling not only locks in your losses. So right now it only tells you if you were to sell today, you would lose this amount. It is not you have lost this amount. So remember that that is an if there. Once you hit sell, then it's gone. But it's if I sold it at this point, this is what's going to happen. Go back to my testament about T-Mobile, right? I was down. I was upset. Same thing with Nike. I was down. I was upset. I held, kept DCAing, kept allowing time to work, and then when I sold it, were up double digits for both, I believe, right? Especially for Nike. So again, panic selling only locks in those losses. So looking on data going all the way back to the 1930s, Bank of America found that if an investor missed the S&P 500, that's the index, right? The S&P 500's 10 best days in each decade. If you miss, that's just 10 days, the entire decade, right? So going back to the 1930s, you missed 10 of the best days in every decade, the total returns would only be 91% for the 1930s. And this, I think this article came out in 2019 or so. So that's 91% if you miss just 10 of the best days in each decade. Okay. However, if you left it alone, didn't mess with it, you just stayed calm as you should be doing, your return will be 14,962 if you held steady through those downturns. There you go. 91% if you miss just 10 of the best days in every decade. Not every year, every decade. If you left it alone, you'd have more than 14, almost 15,000% return. And that's going back to the 1930s. That's a long time, right? But even so, I just gave you the 60% stat, right? You are going to be better off if you A, do nothing, or B, continue to buy quality stocks. So what stocks are quality? What stocks do I see as quality, right? This is my opinion and what I invest in and what I'm looking at. You can always go and see my stuff on public, but also, pulling and seeing what we see in the economy right now. So I'm going to pull this up real quick. It normally recognizes my face. Today it does not. Maybe I need a haircut. I don't know what's going on here. All right, so grocery stocks were actually up. Kroger, Albertsons, and a few others today. But I like Costco because of their business model. They're going to have that subscription service. They have that brand loyalty. Kroger can be a little rough at times because margins are really, really thin. But I like Costco out of that group. So you can look at the other grocery chains. I would encourage you to do so, to go and research and see which one works best for you. But for me in my house, it's Costco. So I would look there. Nvidia and Google. Nvidia has been been a cash cow, right? Google, we already talked about how they're not inflation proof, but inflation insulated. Okay, that's assuming that inflation is the biggest cause of this. But I don't think it is. I think it's also COVID. But even if that's the case, Google has still done well, right? And it's still going to continue to do well with or without COVID. It's still somewhat of a stay-at-home play. You are going to have to continue to Google stuff. You're going to have to continue to market your business. All that stuff, I think, is going to continue to set up Google in either case. Then you've also got the bank stocks. I think this is a place where buy the dip actually makes sense. I think this is the place where when the market is down, right, we think and we've seen up until today and Friday, right, where it was Goldman Sachs, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Capital One, all of those, the earnings were doing great and things had really picked up for them. I think that is going to be the case. I think this is a temporary reaction, too much of a reaction to the Delta variant. I think that some of these communities that are vaccine resistant might start to loosen up once you start to see what's going on, and hopefully that will be the case, that more people get vaccinated. And I think that I'm hoping and thinking that's the direction we're going to go into. But even so, the banks, I think, are still the places to be. So they were on a discount today. I would have gone in and gotten a bit more. I did go in for the kids and buy a bit more. I'm going to buy some more on Friday. I bought some last Friday. So, I didn't need to jump in there today. I just wait on Friday. That's just what I do anyway. And the other stocks that I think are just mainstays for everybody, or you may want to consider these as mainstays for everybody. So Amazon, Microsoft, Apple, those aren't surprises. These are things that are long-term core cornerstone stocks. We talked about some of these for your long-term portfolio or for beginners. I think this is almost everybody should have some of these. But in either case, again, they were on a discount today. Go and pick them up, keep on riding through, right? So those are just a few quick thoughts, but be relaxed. You don't have to panic. There's no reason to panic. You saw this last year. You actually saw worse last year. We saw multiple times where the market had dropped 1,000 points or more. We saw multiple times where it dropped so bad that we actually had to put the stock market on ice and say, hold up, let's pause trading for a little bit because it's so bad. Okay, and we were fine. The market was still up. And if I'm not mistaken, the market is still up on the year. I just want to double check this right quick before we close. because a lot of people are like, oh my God, the market is going to crash. It's going to do this, it's going to do that. And I'm not here to tell you the market won't crash. I don't think it will, but that don't mean it won't. But even if it does, I'm going to still be here. I'm going to still DCA, because we know what happens anytime the market crashes. We know that when and if it does, we usually see a recovery within 18 months on average. Last year was way faster than I thought possible. I thought the market would recover right about now, right? I didn't think it was going to be within a month or two, right? So I'm just going to double check real quick, and then we will finish here. SPY, I just want to double check, see the market is up on the year, which I feel like it is. And again, this is overreaction. People, they see something bad, they see COVID cases rising, which is a concern, right? But travel, everybody's like, oh my God, this is terrible. We're going to jump out of everything and flee. Go to grocery stocks, go to all these other defensive plays. So let me just double check here. Year to date. Yeah, stock market's up like 13, depending on what you're looking at. So S&P 500 is up 15% for the year. 15% for the year. What are you people tripping about? It's up. The market is up. So relax, y'all. Relax. Today wasn't a great day. The next few days may not be fine. May not be great. That's fine. Okay. You saw this last year. You keep buying. You continue to DCA and buy quality. Buy quality. Don't buy trash. Don't buy trash and then get mad at me because your trash didn't float. Okay. So buy quality, because we know these quality companies tend to succeed. We know they tend to succeed, especially over time. All right, so my baby is crying in the background. I need to figure out what's going on. She probably just doesn't like her diaper change, but we're going to take care of that. All right, so before you guys finish out, make sure that you register for my free class, How to Create Your Six-Figure Investing Plan from Scratch. I've got a lot of reviews. People really enjoy the course, so make sure you check that out. That link is below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I checked early this morning. We're at 799 subscribers. I am this close to 800. I want to get to 1,000, but we gotta hit 800 first. So make sure you hit the subscribe button and tell everybody else. This is where you learn about the market in a way that actually makes sense. All right, that's it for me. Talk to you guys later.